righty. Excuse me. So today, our learning goal is I can combine integers without a calculator. And away we go. Notes, combining integers. And we have integer rules. So rule number 1 says same signs equal same sign answer. Just add the numbers and keep the sign. Example, -5 and -7 gives you -12. You just combine 5 and 7 and keep the sign. All right, so let's look at rule number 1. In 6th and 7th grade, you always had this plus sign in between, okay? Well, guess what happens? So then you did -18 and you're adding -3. 18 plus 3 is 21, and then you did this, okay? So let's look. 8th grade, no more plus signs in the middle. So rule number 1, same signs, -1, -23. All it means is that you have a -23 and you need to add a -1, which will be going to the left on a number line. You would just, if you were at 23 here, you go one more, which would get you at 24. They would both be negative, so your answer is -24, okay? Just follow the rule. Same signs, combine them together. All right, and here we go. Rule number 2, opposite signs. Ignore the signs. Just look at the numbers. Subtract the smaller number from the larger number, then keep the sign of the larger number. So examples here were -4 plus 6. Well, your 6 is positive and your 4 is negative. So you have opposite signs. You take the larger number. You're just looking at the number, not looking at the value. Those are two different things. The 6 and the 4, so 6 subtract 4 is 2, and you keep the sign of the larger number, which is 6. Let's look at this one. 8 subtract 2, that's just 6. What about this one? 3 subtract 8, or 3, a positive 3 and a -8. Well, you look at 8 because it's the larger number, and the opposites are opposite signs. Take away the 3, you get 5, keep the sign of the larger number. All right, so let's look at rule number 2. Okay? In 6th and 7th grade, it would be shown to you like this. So 18 combined with a -1, well, you would take and get you 17, positive, okay? Nowadays, opposite signs. If you have a positive 22 and a -27, you just look at the numbers, 27 and 22, and you find the difference of the two. 27, take away 22 is 5, and keep the sign of the larger number, not value, okay? -5. Here we go. We've got a positive 22 and a -20. The larger number is 22, and the difference between 22 and 20 is 2, and keep the sign of the larger number, so I'm going to leave it positive, okay? Last rule is the one that confuses everybody. The rule number 3 is the double negative. So 2 consecutive negative signs, consecutive means one after the other, equals a positive. If I tell you that I do not want you to go to Walmart, what am I really saying? I do not want you to go. I'm telling you to go. Math is the same. 2 negative signs together make a positive. So 3 subtract a -5 really means 3 plus 5, okay? So then use rule number 1 or number 2 once you do that, whichever one is needed to finish the process. So let's look here. So 28 subtract a -2. It's really saying 28 plus 2. Well, the signs are the same, so we just combine them, and we get 30, and it's positive, okay? So -20 subtract a -4. I would rewrite that as saying -20 plus 4. So then I'm going to go back and use either rule number 1 or rule number 2. The signs are opposite, so that's rule number 2. So what I'm going to say is look at the numbers 20 and 4. 20 is larger, so 20, the difference between 20 and 4 is 16. Keep the sign of the larger number is -16, okay? You have a short practice today. I would suggest that you use your tools, If you need to use a strategy or write anything, rewrite anything, that's fine. You can do it on this paper if you end up using a different paper. You could use a number line if you want. Whatever works for you is fine. And this assignment is due tomorrow at the beginning of class. So when you walk in to class, it is due. Have a great day. Bye.